Welcome back to Ask a Mac. It's La'al.
Tone.
The question today is, would you date a pregnant girl? Hell no.
Us, no. But I'm sure guys would. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just wouldn't do it.
So, I wouldn't fuck with a pregnant girl that wasn't pregnant with my kid.
Yeah, well, when we date a pregnant girl, I think they're talking about
Somebody
else's baby.
Not on purpose. So I've accidentally fucked with a girl that was pregnant with somebody else's kid. But I didn't know until later.
Yeah, that's fine.
I knew she was dating somebody else, and then one of my boys was like, yo, she was pregnant with what's his name's kid? And I was like, word? She's pregnant? He was like, no, she was a couple months ago. And I'm like, well, I was fucking with her a couple months ago, and I remember she was like, yeah, you can go raw and busted me. And I was like, pass.
Red flag.
Red flag. And then I remember we went somewhere. She was like, oh, my stomach, I don't feel good. And I was like, yeah, you need to go to the doctor or something? She's like, no, I know what it is. I'm fine. And it didn't register to me at the time, and I was like, ew.
That's fine. That's just a girl. I mean, I'm talking maybe 6 months, 8 months, or she tells you I'm pregnant. So would you date a pregnant girl that she tells you I'm pregnant? No.
No.
That's somebody else's seed in there.
It's gross to me.
Plus, the dude's got to be around. I don't know if he is or not, but let's say the dude's around. It's just a complicated situation. It's way too early for the female, honestly, to even be considering dating somebody else.
Before we get all to that, like, it's complicated. It's just, I think pregnant women are beautiful in a different way. You can love your girl and your kids, but it's different ways. If it's not my kid, it's not sexy to me. It's a different type of pretty.
To me, it's not pretty at all, whether it's mine or not. I don't want to sound messed up, but when we were pregnant, no, that's bad. How do you say it? What's the right way to say it? When we were expecting, my daughter's bump was just, to me, it was like, you had to be careful around it. Oh, watch the corner. Yeah, that's how I looked at it. It wasn't even like pretty. It was just concerning.
He only has one kid. When I first was having my kid and my son's mother wanted to have sex, I was scared. I was really young. I don't understand the anatomy. I thought, like, I'm gonna damage the baby or something. And he's gonna come out and be like, yo, what's up, man? Nah, you see a little dent in my head? That was your dick. Thanks.
I think everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
There's many reasons why I wouldn't do it, but can you imagine dealing with some other dude's baby mama's mood swings when they're pregnant? Can you imagine?
Hell no.
Can you imagine, like, if I got you pregnant, okay, I understand, but that's not even my baby. Don't try to give me an attitude because these cravings or whatever y'all go through. It's not my responsibility.
I have enough drama to deal with the ones that have my kid.
Can you imagine when you go to give birth to this baby? First of all, I'd go in the hospital, I'd be like, I'd warn everybody ahead of time. Let's say it's a white girl you're dating and she's pregnant with a white guy's baby, and the baby's coming out and it comes out white.
Doctor's looking at you like,
yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna go in there.
I know it's not mine.
It's not my baby, all right? I'm just here for support. It's not mine. Comes out, yep, told you, see, white. But that would be crazy.
That's gonna be hard for the doctors. Because you know that happens.
Oh my God, they must deal with that every day.
A completely white couple, the baby comes out black and he's like,
wow. Wow.
I got a call. I'm gonna go here. This is yours.
That must happen more often than we think. You know, it probably happens so often they got a routine for it. There's probably some protocol in place. Security guards come out, grab the...
I had another situation where I met a girl online and she was sending me pictures and her body was crazy, really pretty face. And then she was like, I got a small thing to bring up. I'm pregnant. Is that a big deal? I was like, are you out of your mind? I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh, I noticed she's like showing from here up or ass pictures, but from the back. I'm like, she didn't show the belly.
Something's wrong with the girl.
She was a surrogate. She had 2 gay friends and she was carrying it for her girlfriends. And I was like, I'm definitely still not smashing, but that's different.
It's very different, but that's a messy situation altogether.
So I saw her months after she had the baby. She hit me up again, was like, hey, I'm coming in your area. That's not what I meant to say. I'll be in your area. I'm going here with my kid. I don't know if your kid wants to go. And we met up and did some arcade shit.
With her kid? So yeah. She kept the kid?
No, she had another kid.
Oh.
They didn't want it. They returned it. So we went to like a Buffalo Wild Wings type thing. And she just kept saying, oh, I gotta go. I have a business meeting in the morning and I'd ask you to come back. Okay, we'll get up another time. And then she just kept like digging her nails into my thigh. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta stop doing that or I'm gonna fuck you right here on the bar. And we left and I got in my car and then she got in my car. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then she just started giving me head in the parking lot. People were leaving. This lady got in the car next to me and she was looking at me and I'm like,
that's a weird story.
And then I was like, yo, we gotta move because people are leaving the restaurant.
So she gave you head? At
that moment. And then I moved to another part of the parking lot, threw her on top of the car, and we started fucking on top of the car. And then the rest of the restaurant came out. It was a fun night.
Okay, all right. So let me tell you a story real quick. I was in high school, and a good friend of mine, I knew she was pregnant. And I saw her, and she was like 8 months pregnant. But she looked like she was like 12 months pregnant. So I walk up to her, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? I think I'm being funny. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, when are you gonna have, what are you having, twins? When are you gonna have this baby? You're like 12 months pregnant. And she's like, you fucking asshole. I had my baby 2 months ago. Yo, so what I do, I look at her, then I look down at her stomach, I look back at her, look down at her stomach, then I ran away. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna sit there and, oh, I'm sorry, like, I've already dug a hole. Let me just get out of here. The hole I dug was so deep. There's no way of talking my way out of anything. Me making comments about someone being pregnant, I will never do it again because whenever I seem to do it, they're not pregnant.
No, that's a you thing all day. That shit doesn't happen to me.
Oh, congratulations. What? I already catch myself. Congratulations on the award. Didn't you win an award?
Eating contest?
Another experience I had with pregnant women, well, not really pregnant, but this one girl hits me up and she's like, oh, Antonio, I really want to mess around. I strictly want to get up with you for that. I want you to do it, but you got to be very gentle. And I'm like, gentle? Why?
No.
She's like, I just had an abortion. I was like, well, I appreciate the honesty, but I'm all set. I'm gonna have to pass. You just had an abortion. I don't think you should be trying to be dating dudes. If you're pregnant, you shouldn't be trying to date dudes. You got other priorities to take care of. I'm not saying it can't happen. Things happen. Sometimes people meet certain circumstances. This happens, crazy situations, and you find somebody you fall in love with.
That's different.
That doesn't happen. But if you're asking us, would we date a pregnant woman? No, no. I've got too many options.
If I had no options, the answer is still no.
Well, it depends how pregnant is she. How does she look? How pregnant is she? No, if I knew, if I know,
no.
Don't tell me.
So if you're pregnant.
I'm okay if you tricked me.
So if you're pregnant and you're not showing, but you want to fuck them, shh, it's okay.
If you got any crazy pregnancy stories or with dating or whatever, leave them in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it.
Dying to hear them.
All right?
Bye.
Peace.